We all love a good glow up moment. I want to talk about 5 glow up habits that I'm going to start doing and make it in a habit and not falling off at 49. Okay. And I have to make sure I'm with it before 50. Let's go. So first off, let's get into why having some good habits makes sense. 1, it gets routine, it builds consistency, and then you want to see results. Okay? We want to keep it sweet, cute, and simple. And that's in everything. I know for me, that's how I like it. I don't know about you, but we'll get into that later. So let's talk about morning routine. I am like, when it comes to morning routines. Because let me tell you, morning routines can definitely be good if you're trying to accomplish something. If you feel you don't need it, everyone doesn't need a morning routine. And I know you watch so many different videos and they're like, you gotta have a morning routine to be successful. Let me tell you, I feel like I use morning routines when I'm trying to accomplish something. Now, when I wanted to be more productive when I was working from home, having my day job and whatnot, I would wake up in the morning, turn my computer on, and I would have like my skincare routine. I would do my hygiene, take my shower, do all that different stuff, make my coffee, all the different things, or make my tea because I had to be careful with my coffee. I would have a routine in that manner. Now, me getting up, going to the gym in the morning, I tried the morning gym thing. The way my body is set up, if I go to the gym in the morning, Kelly needs a nap. Kelly needs a nap. But if I go to the gym in the afternoon, I'm good to go. I don't know what it is. I go to the gym at night, I sleep like a baby. But having a routine is really, really good. So I'm not going to sit and tell you to have a morning routine is going to help you glow up. Figure out what actually works for you. Morning routines can be good, but it also can, hinder. Because I know for me, at one point in my life, I know in my 20s and my 30s, I was getting my kids to school. Kelly didn't have a morning routine. Kelly was waking up, barely making it, yelling and screaming, trying to get them kids up we can go to school, daycare, whatever. So I understand, and I ain't forced nobody to do no morning routine. But if you can, at least have a good skincare routine. Okay? I'm not gonna say you gotta do it in the morning because I know sometimes for me, I'll do my skincare at night for sure. I have to put my serums on at night. But when it comes to the morning time, I'm gonna do a good cleanse, a light wash. I started using, I'm about to run my mouth real quick here. I started using Used to the People again. Used to the People had dried my skin out. Because I need moisture. As I'm getting older, I can't do the dry stuff. I can't do all the clarifying and all the deep clean. I mean, we're going to do a deep clean, but when you're trying to pull everything out of me, take the makeup off, take the grit, the grime, and the outside off. But my natural oils, I need them to stay. We're going to get into all that about the makeup and stuff too when you get in your 40s. Because me, I was definitely a matte wearer. Now I'm all about that dew. I'm all about that glow. I'm all about that glaze, okay? Because the skin be skinning. Next up, fitness and wellness. I love the gym, okay? The gym didn't only just help me with shedding a few pounds, but it also helped me with my mental. You don't understand. If you don't, I'm about to tell you. If you are a gym goer, you know what I'm getting ready to say. If you're not, I hope I can encourage you to go to the gym. And you don't have to go in there and sweat up a mug. You don't have to go up in there and lift the heaviest weight. Sometimes just doing the bare minimum will help you. So for me, going to the gym, I was able to lose weight, but also with my mental, I was also able to use that momentum that I was doing. It helped me kind of like release some of that internal stress that I had. Let me tell you, that's how they do it. Let me tell you, I felt so good. I felt so nice and light. Things didn't bother me the way they did. I was able to move through my day a little bit more lighter. If it was at work, if it was in my personal life, because I knew I was going to go to the gym and I was going to release that. So it just helps with your mental and your well-being. And also, as you age, us women over 40, it's good to stay active and have our lower half of our body. I don't know where I heard this from, but I've been doing it. it helps with, having, well, let me say it like this: having good muscle mass in your body will help you later on in life, because as we get older, we lose collagen and things like that, and our estrogen goes down. So having muscle helps with that. It helps with having strength in our body to be able to move, and also, losing bone mass as you get older. So we want to have good muscle to help us have, how do you say it? I'm not a fitness person, but I try to read and absorb, and I just want to share what I know. It may not be right, but again, it's like us having a conversation with one another, and we're just sharing what we know, because I don't think I'm, higher power where I know it. I don't. I'm learning just like the next person's learning, but I just know at this point for me building leg muscle and having muscle not just up top, core, all over is good for just overall well-being as you age. Having muscle, if that makes any sense. I hope I cleaned that one up good. Some beauty habits. So we're on, I think we're on 3. Some beauty habits. Less is best. Less is best. Now, I feel like when it comes to makeup, I have a signature look. I pretty much wear my makeup the same. Now, what does change is my products, but I do wear my makeup pretty much the same because I know what works well for me. This makeup look can take me from church. It can take me to the office. It can take me to an event. Me being in a wedding. I don't think you guys know I was in a wedding. Did I tell you? Oh, I have to share. I'll share that on my community tab that I was in a wedding. I had such an amazing time. My best friend, she got married. Again, we're going to talk about all this. She got married at 50. We're going to have these good conversations about waiting on love and when is a good time to get married. Because there's no right or wrong answer to any of this. But we back to the glow up. Let's talk about the glow up now. But having a good beauty routine, again, back to the skincare routine. You don't have to have a 15-step skincare routine to have good skin. Sometimes having good skin starts from within. Genetics plays a good part in it as well. But sometimes when genetic goes against you, start doing things that you can clean your body. Eating well. We all like a good greasy moment. But eating well, eating clean, drinking enough water, cutting back on the soda, cutting back on the fried food. Those things sometimes we don't even realize, what's hurting us. And I'm going to go off here for a little bit. I was watching this woman, she was on TikTok and she was literally crying, saying she's been in her skin. She had like hyperpigmentation. She had all these different things going on with her. And she just was crying, saying like, I done been to doctors, I done spent so much money, but I don't understand what's going on, why I can't get rid of all these spots in my face, these bumps and so forth and so on. A dermatologist came into her comments and was like, change your diet. Change your diet. And like she was really talking to her in the comments. The thread was so long in her comments. They wound up taking it offline, and the lady started implementing it in her TikToks, and her skin cleared up. You don't even realize how much what we do on the inside will help us on the outside. So, I've been doing pretty good with hyperpigmentation. Before, for those of you who don't know, I did have a hysterectomy about a year ago. Yeah, I think April made a year. And I had my monthly, and I would get breakouts pretty much so around the mouth. And that's where I would get like breakouts. If I wouldn't get them around the mouth, I would get them like on my forehead or something like that. And I would always scratch them, try to pick them. And before I had dark spots in those areas, the forehead or around the mouth. And I will say, once I got my hysterectomy, I don't get any breakouts anymore. I do have my ovaries still, but I don't deal with any of that anymore. And I do see a difference in my skin. I do see a difference in just being more clearer. And I really don't wear as much makeup as I used to. Not that I wore a lot before, but I don't wear makeup every day. Put it like that. When I go to work on a daily, I do not wear makeup. I just go into the office. And it's so funny because people I do work with know that they know that I'm on YouTube and stuff like that, and they're like, wow, people that don't even know me that want to meet me out and about because they may work with me, they're like, wow, you really don't wear makeup. And it's like, no, I don't wear makeup. And I love makeup, but as I'm getting older, makeup is not like a really priority to me. But I do know that sometimes I do like to put it on. Like now I have it on, and I do wear less. That makes sense. I'm wearing off now. Let's get back on track. So another one that I like, another glow up, is pouring into yourself. And I always talk about that, pouring into yourself in regards to, like, something that you like to do, making time for yourself. Sometimes we get so caught up in life where we doing so much for other people, doing so much for the family, and we tend to forget about ourselves. Take time for yourself. And if you don't, you won't be glowing up. You're going to be wearing that on your face. I know so many people who are just so caught up in doing, and it's wearing down on them. You see it. You don't want that. You want to look good. You want to look supple on your face. You want to have that fresh face. We're not going for the youthfulness, because at the end of the day, we are, about to be 50. But we want to have a freshness about us, an awakening about us, a glow, if you will. So pour into yourself, make yourself feel good, because when you feel good on the inside, you will feel good on the outside. They go hand in hand. And last but not least is finding a way to have an outlet. You can do all the different things, but sometimes you have to have an outlet. And my outlet for me is this. This is my outlet. Me doing YouTube, me doing podcasting, me doing my blog. That is my outlet. And also having a detox. I'm giving you more than 5. I done gave you 6. Having a detox. I'm currently on a social media detox. I have taken the apps off my phone. I've taken off Instagram and I've taken off TikTok. And it's so funny because I signed up for something on TikTok. And they had like this TikTok Black where they had something going on. And it was like, you sign up and you may get picked and you can be a part of this whole big thing. And I'm monetized on TikTok. So you would think that I would go hard on TikTok. But TikTok is just too fast for me. It is too fast for me. And I like community. TikTok is more for discoverability. If you want to be discovered, then you go on TikTok. And I feel like YouTube is my place where I want to build community and where I want to be. So that's why I'm here. But saying that, do things that's going to help you have an outlet. So for me is making sure I'm doing my creative work that's going to help me, have a way to have an outlet. And also I have other outlets as well. If it's me going out by myself, I don't care what nobody says. Solo dating is an outlet. I don't care. Because for me, I look at how when you go out to dinner with your friends and your family and you got to sit back and you got to say, well, what do you want to eat? Well, what do you want to eat? And then before you know, you're like, you know what? I never even thought about what I wanted to eat. Now what I want to eat, I can't even eat because they didn't want to eat that. No. Take yourself out. Go out on a date. Sit by yourself. Let me tell you something. I've met some amazing people, men and women, out and about, just going out. If I sit at my own table, if I sit at the bar, if I have something that I want to do and I just want to have a moment with myself and I take my iPad with me, I'm about to put my iPad up. I will sit at a table. Because I know if I sit at the bar, I'm going to wind up sparking up a conversation. If not with the bartender, it's going to be with somebody sitting next to me. But I do it because it allows me to meet other people and to broaden my social network. Because you never know who you're sitting next to. I've met some amazing people in some amazing spaces. So yes, let's kind of recap here. I hope I remember what I said here because I just was talking off the cuff. First is morning routine, if it works for you. If it works for you. Fitness and wellness, beauty routine, less is best. I know for me, for my skincare now, I used to do like a whole line of something. I don't do a whole line anymore. I might take my actual cleanser is from Murad. My toner is from Good Molecules. My oil is from Youth to the People and Good Molecules. I have another serum that I use that's from Ordinary, and I have a face cream that I use during the day from L'Oreal. Okay, drugstore. Okay, so you make it up how you make it up, and I had to figure out what worked for me and how I like my skin to feel. Those products work for me. Less is best. And I don't use all of them at the same time. The cream is during the day, the oils are at night. The serums and the oils are at night, So you have to find what works best for you. And all that comes with is trial and error. And you guys know, I love a good skincare moment, but I'm not just going to have a bunch of skincare to have a bunch of skincare. Less is best, and that even comes with makeup. So have your beauty routine down. Also, meditating, journaling, and things like that. And then finding a way to be creative and purge all of this stuff out, okay? Because we need it. We can't have things bottled in. And sometimes I know people say, oh, I like to write. That's good. Yes, writing is amazing. That can be a part of your creative outlet. Yes. But sometimes you have to find another way to get things out. Like, you can use the meditating and writing can go hand in hand, but sometimes you just have to get things out. I hope that makes some sense. I hope it did. So, if you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And if you want more of this, please head on over to the podcast. We have more intense conversation. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.